I'm live. Yay! Success. Good evening, everyone. Again, it's just me at the moment. People. I know what I'll do. In a minute, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. See if anyone wants to chat. As you can guess from the title, I was intending a dork stream, but Laura is not. She's probably faffing around on Destiny 2, damn her. Yes. I'm trying to keep to a schedule. I usually do. Like last week, I was not able to because of tech issues mostly. Not so bad. Oh, you're there, damn you! I sent you. It's on Discord, Laura. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was editing. I'm trying to transition from Pro to something a bit more like Premiere. Yes, but that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about schedules. Yeah, so I'm supposed to be streaming here every Thursday because I'm useful, and now I want to add to that because if Laura can do it, I can do it. Check general of my server. I know what I'll do. Just drop it in the chat. That way, for Stoltz, if you'd like to join, you can. Oh, and somebody on Twitter has been asking me this on DMs. So, in my cup of tea. It depends on the tea. Put milk with chamomile tea, but I will put milk with basic, Tetley or PG Tips or Yorkshire tea because that's But otherwise, I don't care. And I don't know why, because I actually haven't been drinking caffeine for ages. I've been drinking mango juice mostly of life, and hassling Stolt's girlfriend on WhatsApp of poor weather in her area, which has me concerned. Looks like rather strong wind. Yes, rather blustery. I live by the ocean, but the wind going over there is a bit stronger, just a little. I mean, this wind here makes my hair go backwards, blows it all over the place. That would probably blow my hair out of its, the roots out of my hair. Out of my hair? Blow my hair off my head. How about that? Yes. No milk in Earl Grey. Yeah, the tea debates are for the upper class. I'm just not enough of a snob. And there was chat, no real subject. Because I've been asked on Twitter.
Oh shit, I don't mean for my camera to be on.
Sexy.
God damn it. I'm not sexy at all, I'm a fat bastard.
It's been a while.
I know, it's been crazy.
I'm assuming you're not near the that
hurricane?
That windy thing going your way.
Nope, I'm not even close to it.
Is Irma a female name by chance?
Far as I know, sounds pretty female to me.
Why are the worst ones the female ones?
Nature on PMS.
Apparently, Mother Nature needs a dicking. I was talking to Christina about it, and because she's finishing up some work for me, and I'm like, "You're in Florida, right? Please tell me you're hiding. For fuck's sake!" It looks terrible.
Yeah, the only thing we have to worry about in my area is tornadoes. I can't imagine having to live in hurricane country.
Tornadoes, is that Midwest?
Pretty much.
Right. Maybe you should, like, kidnap Christina. Just.
I've contemplated it, but I didn't want to be on a manhunt. I wouldn't want her dad coming after my ass.
Oh, I'm sure he'll hate you anyway. Apparently, he likes my voice, but he doesn't like it when I swear. To try
Yeah,
and be
cursing.
ad friendly. Like, I'm trying to be ad friendly, and most of my videos now get through that screening. Still a hassle.
I'm like surprised considering they've been doing that blacklisting crap on a lot of political channels.
Every single one of my videos got hit, and I go through the same process every single time. The problem is, by the time they've reviewed it, I would have sort of like been already had and would have earned nothing. So when they finally approve it, it doesn't really, like, the first 24 hours is when it gets the most views. So I don't really see the point in the system, really.
No.
Like anyone
Sounds
who
like it.
argues over whether milk and tea go together. Stupid.
An important debate.
Laura, have you been stuck on Destiny 2 all day?
Well, not all day, because I've been at work all day. I've been on Destiny 2 for the last couple of hours, so yes.
Wow. Just when I thought I had no life.
Oh, I love the game.
I noticed. So how you been?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Just busy. Work.
Look, I've risked my stream by putting it in the chat.
Oh.
Hey, look, I'm not
just
stupid
delete
enough
it
to stick it
now.
on Twitter.
Now you've opened the floodgates.
On Twitter, right? And I was thinking it was Dr. Lehman. He got a hold of it and put it on 4chan. And
Oh,
on
dear.
Kraut's stream just turned to chaos. People were just turning up with sirens going off. It was chaos, and I honestly have no idea. What the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, I knocked something over. Apologise.
Bad woman.
If I would have been one of the users coming from 4chan, I would have clicked on a chat link and just blew a foghorn, then left.
Yeah, that sounds
Wow.
productive.
You get people playing with themselves.
Oh, yeah, we get that.
Yeah, it happened to Cherview as well, I think, on one of his streams.
A text channel on Discord just for that one image of that guy.
That was beautiful.
I love it. You're like, you're so pathetic. I'm like, you've got a tiny cock. It's not even that. It's that he's doing audacity. Blah, 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 blah. No, he's got a tiny cock. Even with a cock ring, he's got a tiny cock.
I don't know.
Llama's lucky. He was lucky no one saw that. Was it Llama's stream?
True.
Yeah, it was his, right? It wasn't Sith, was it?
That was Llama's. I think it was his main channel at that point in time as well, actually.
Oh, did he? On Twitter or something?
Say that again?
Did he put the Hangout link on Twitter?
Did he put it on Twitter? I think he did.
Such a bellend.
He was very, very drunk, I think.
That would explain it.
Yeah, the guy who jumped in didn't say a word. He just sat there with these nipple suction things on, and it was.
Oh, holy mother of God!
He did it. He kept jumping in and doing that, and then I don't know, rubbing lube on himself. I don't know. Surprised he didn't pull the baby oil out and rub it on his massive knockers.
That was bad.
Stoltzy was just listening.
What?
You said earlier you think you're fat. This guy was much bigger. Oh God, he's like two of you.
I work with a guy at my job who's like 2 of me.
Yeah. I've been I get messaged a lot by someone who me and
What you?
sorry.
You cut out halfway through that. You get messaged by
There's
someone.
a guy that messaged me a lot on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah, on Twitter, and thing with milk, and it was an innocuous question. Whatever, I'll answer it. Other me, he has to have like breathing apparatus and stuff, and he's coming back to YouTube after using an avatar for so long. But now he's going to go on camera and wear a ninja mask. I'm like, ninja mask at your size, I promise you, the whole point of a ninja is you can't see them. I can see you when I turn around a full fucking circle. It's so big. I'm being honest.
So big he could be seen from space.
So big. He has his own gravity.
Own gravitational pull.
He's got area code of his own phone numbers, postal code, the whole thing.
So big he has to put on a belt with a boomerang.
Oh my days. So what bulky things did you have in mind anyway, Squiddy?
What?
Hello. Right. I said, what dorky things did you have in mind to talk about? Or
I had loads of things planned.
Okay.
And if I told you a dog ate it, you probably wouldn't believe me, but a dog ate it. I still use paper and pen, and I had a choice. Forfeit the pen, which was a tentacle pen, or the paper, and I forfeited the paper.
Oh.
So I have no idea
what I forfeited the dog.
I honestly, at that point, want to forfeit the dog.
So you didn't let the dog have a mouthful of tentacle then?
A tentacle pen, yeah. This pen was sent to me from America. I will treasure it. It's very floppy. Right. You hear that? That's me waving it against my hand. It's very... It's a good pen, though. Yes. Are there any other games you're pre-ordering then, Laura?
Pre-ordering? No, I haven't actually looked into future games too much yet. I need to... Oh, the lad that I Xbox share with was on about one earlier. I think that might be his next buy. Because we take turns buying games.
You need to play Enter the Gungeon, because I've been playing it. I'm going to try it on Sunday. Tomorrow, faff with the encoder stuff. See if I can stream it on Sunday around midday on that other channel, because I'm bored.
Playing Gungeon on Sunday, you said?
I'll sit in the chat and hurl abuse at you, as usual.
You can try. Honestly, I don't care. What did you say, Stoltz?
You said Enter the Gungeon? Was that right?
Yeah.
I got that game, and I'll warn you now, it is hard as hell.
I've been playing it for a while, right? I can get to like the fourth dungeon, sorry, and I can get to the end boss, but every fucking time I get the same boss, and it's meant to be a random thing, but I get the wall every fucking time. I can't beat the fucking wall. There is a weapon.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was going to say, I can often get to the third floor. Sometimes I get stuck on the second floor because of the fucking snake that pops up at the end.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that Binding of Isaac, isn't it, as well?
Binding of Isaac, it's like if Binding of Isaac had a baby with Nuclear Throne, and that was it.
Yeah. See, Enter the Gungeon, it's a grind, to be honest, because I've unlocked more and more weapons. Like, yesterday I unlocked a weapon called Mutation. It's not what you think it is. It's a heart.
Oh.
So, why am I holding a beating heart in my hand? What does this heart do? And it shoots a phenomenal amount of blood out as a stream. Like, holy shit, this is disgusting and devastating.
Blood, gore, and God only knows what else.
Yeah. And, a proton pack. That's a good weapon. But the weapon, I looked at a run through of that dungeon with the wall as on the 4th, and the best weapon to beat him is the stupid lightsaber machine gun. Because when it starts firing a barrage of shots at you, you hit reload and swing all back at him. I think it's incredibly clever, because I haven't got a fucking clue how to beat the stupid wall otherwise.
Well, there's at least a couple of weapons that can either reflect bullets back or at least block them.
Yeah. I was thinking of obviously it's all random drop, so we can't guarantee shit.
Yeah, unless you get like the clover on the first floor, every chest you're going to get either a gamble between is it going to be good or is it going to be useless shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on a run at the moment, and the first level I got and no weapons. And I was like, this is fucking. So I beat the stupid Gatling bird or whatever it was called.
Gatling gull.
With my crappy, with my crappy pistol, and my reward was to get that love heart shotgun that basically turns your opponents into your friends. They love you and they'll attack everyone else from it.
It shoots stars and teddy bears.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I know, but that thing actually does a lot of damage against bosses, so I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah, I'm not judging its effectiveness. I'm just saying what the thing fires. I've been trying to get the shotgun full of hate. Sorry.
Proton pack. That thing is devastating.
I think I need to re-download Enter the Gungeon and Steam actually, because I reset my laptop the other day to see if it would solve some of the issues I've been having. And
because it has a multiplayer as well.
Yeah, I haven't reloaded everything back on again. See, because I was supposed to be playing some multiplayer Dawn of War with English Inquisitor sometime this week, but
is he?
I forgot about Destiny. He'd been wanting to play a Steam game with, and I'd asked him if he wanted to stream one day this week, but then I was just too busy really. And he sent us a message on Steam. I think it said something about we could play Dawn of War, but then my laptop crashed, and I got fed up and reset it, and haven't reinstalled everything on it yet. So.
Right.
We shall see.
I've been meaning. I want to play Dawn of War 3, but I know my laptop can't handle it, which is a shame. But I can wait. It'll probably take me a few months after Christmas to get the money together. But I'll get it. Get a better laptop.
Super game.
I've been wanting to get into Dawn of War.
Many.
Sorry.
That I love Dawn of War 2. If you ever see, I think you have it on Steam, but I have several hundred hours on Dawn of War 2.
Yeah. I'm sure you've got something like 720 odd on Retribution.
Yeah, I like doing Last Stand on that. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
20 waves of increasingly difficult monsters.
Well, the lad I was playing Destiny with just before, that's the lad that I Xbox share with, share games kind of thing. And he was on about Dawn of War. He was the first person to tell us to get it. And he was on about we should get on Steam and play The Last Stand.
Last Stand. Not too long ago, THQ or whoever it was, they released for free, if you claimed it within the first week, the Necron Overlord as a new to play on Last Stand. Necron Overlords are an absolute beast. They're very difficult to beat. And they're melee the whole time. And beat the fuck out of everyone. It wasn't hard at all, but I favor either the Space Marine Commander or the Tau, because missiles. And lots of missiles. Like stupid amounts of missiles.
That's another thing I'll have to re-download is Dawn of War.
Yeah, you haven't played in a while. I mean, every time I see you go on Steam, if I see you go on Dawn of War, I pounce on that and tell you to play it properly. Or I'll I don't know, send you a promise.
I finally finished that 60-kilometer thingy. There was no rape in sight. Like, I'm not entirely sure why the game warned us about rape before I started. There was no rape.
Right.
I don't.
No rape.
Those are sex
disappointed that you
scenes.
didn't
I'm
get
wondering
raped.
that maybe if you made different choices beforehand, it might have turned into rape. I
You
don't
sound
know.
disappointed.
It's just.
Aw, I
Like,
didn't get
it's just
raped.
warning at the
Why?
beginning, and then like, just nothing happens.
Oh.
Just don't understand. It even warned about like extreme violence and that and stuff, and it was not particularly that much of that in it either.
Terrible, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Poor Laura. All she wants is to get game raped. I feel like I had to put my game there, otherwise the stream would probably get pulled.
Huh.
Do you play any other games, Stoltz?
I play a lot of different stuff, just depending on how I'm feeling. Like just before the stream started, I was playing the digital version of Talisman on Steam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I freaking love that game. Especially now, considering the Dragon expansion just came out for it.
Ooh, dragons.
Like a fucking magpie.
I love dragons.
Don't get me started on dragon stuff. I've been getting into Song of Ice and Fire, and there's a board game coming up in a couple of months that's going to have a big dragon mini in it.
Oh, really? When I was younger, Games Workshop Warhammer Dragons.
Right.
My favorite was the Noxious Dragon. So the one that produced the poison gas rather than the fire or the ice. I preferred poisoning my enemies because I thought that's funny. A monstrous dragon do a fuckload of damage. Bad
Sounds
breath.
like the dragons in Terry Pratchett that can just self-combust at any time. The worst
Sound like
dragons
dragon
ever.
tooth infection.
Swamp dragons.
Just
What?
breathe. You need a mint, mate.
God damn, we need a wagon of men stat.
Fuck, get the tree ball. This one's a fucking live one.
I just bought the upgraded version of Skyrim, and one of the mods I've put on it is like there's an extra 28 types of dragon. It's called Diverse Dragons, the mod, and it gives you an extra 28 different types of dragon.
Are they 28 different genders of dragon?
I don't know. I'm
The
guessing
far
they're
left
just like,
dragons should now shut up.
yeah,
The Tumbler dragons.
they'll probably just spit different shit at you.
Oh dear.
Watch, someone's gonna make like a mod of a hipster dragon. Have a dragon like one of those stupid little French-looking hats on it with a coffee mug in its wing.
It just vapes you.
And vape, yeah. Oh, God. That would be terrible. I think I might cry myself to sleep if I ever saw that. Vaping.
Yeah.
It's just
Imagine like the hipster dragon and the Macho Man dragon just both coming at you at once.
the ultimate dragon. Vaping dragon.
Macho Man's about to burn your ass.
You just wait, right? WWE wrestling dragons. But if anyone ever wants to bring back the animal avatars in a suit, someone calling their channel the Vaping Dragon, that seems pretty original to me. But original at least.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The Vaping Dragon, Skeptic clone trademark. I've been what was I going to play? Oh, did I buy it? Did someone get it for me? I've been wanting to get onto Octodad and Cthulhu Saves the World on Steam, and I've been wanting to play them for ages, but I keep getting distracted by, well, like Laura with dragons, me with shit.
What?
There was a game I had a weapon on Into
No, you
Gungeon.
get distracted with what? You cut out. I'm curious. I need to know.
I
Yeah.
actually didn't say anything afterwards. I didn't say
Oh.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah. On Into Gungeon, I unlocked another weapon earlier. Called Singularity, and the beam produced from it. It's like just a solid beam that tears through everything. I'm disappointed though. Whenever you use weapons like this against bosses, and they just take it. I'm like, why? Can I not
You're
like?
talking about
If I'm
Gungeon
firing,
again, right?
yeah. When I fire blood at an enemy and they're not covered in blood, I feel a bit let down. There's a weapon called Fossil Fuel. It's a skull, and what it does, it shoots oil, and then when you reload, it shoots a spark, which will then ignite all the oil.
Oh, I've had
Crap.
fun with that thing.
I can't get into it. I just couldn't get into it.
It's basically like my go-to weapon if I just want to say, okay, screw all of you. I spray the whole room with oil, then light it.
Just give me a shotgun. I'm so much simpler. Just give me a shotgun.
Yeah, I'm a shotgun guy too. Ooh, I freaking love those things.
I had an elephant gun. It only holds 2 shots. You can do some pretty big damage with it, so it's not too bad. And I had of the cricket in Men in Black, that teeny tiny gun with all that power on Into the Gungeon. I've only ever had it once. It's tiny. It's such a small gun, but it does so much damage, and I love it.
I think I played the first couple of levels of that. I tried it out once.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's just getting used to using the keyboard to move. I'm not the whole WSAD thing is new to me.
Oh, it's not to me. I'm looking at my keyboard now, and on my keyboard I can see all but the WASD. They've been used a lot over the last 3 years. I should probably at least get some Tipex and write them on for dipshits who don't know where the WAS and D are.
I did plug in my controller into it, but that just seemed clunkier somehow. Yeah, it was weird.
I'm a console peasant. I'd usually just plug in my controller for Gungeon.
Yeah, I tried, but it just, I don't know, it felt weird.
You might find practice might help you.
Probably. As with most things.
Yep.
Twilight
Either that or just give up.
Practice loads. Kick shit out of everything.
It's a good game.
I love how you can destroy a whole lot of the stuff, and you can just dive bomb through an entire hallway, just demolishing everything as you're rolling along.
Yeah, I was earlier doing something even better. I had that little that when you dodge roll, it generates a little bomb that drops behind you. Yeah, I was doing that a lot earlier.
So you're just rolling and shitting bombs, basically.
Basically, I like doing it near the on the 3rd level. There are some detonators. One, it'll blow the detonator and then drop the rocks onto the enemies, which to me is both funny and looks really cool. And your bombs, because you have a blank buff, turns, if anyone gets hit by it, gets also damaged by the explosion, but burned as well by the additional necklace you're wearing that turns your blanks into fire. Wearing a blank, which is wrong.
One of the most satisfying things in games is I like just shooting the heads off mole rats at point blank range with a shotgun. Watching them explode across the screen, teeth and eyeballs and shit.
I had a housemate that was this was in 2008. He was playing one of the Star Wars Jedi games, and he called this thing the Good Clean Kill. He'd reset the entire level if he didn't get the Good Clean Kill, which was basically a perfect kill. Reflect with his lightsaber the shots all thrown at him, and still take the guy's head off. If he didn't do that, he was so petty and obsessive, he would reset it until he did, and it was so funny. just to distract the cunts.
How long did he sit there trying to do it? Oh, jeez.
Especially as you went further along and it got harder as well for him to get this good, clean kill. And there he is obsessively trying to get it. And I'm like, oh, accidents happen. Oh, sorry. Near him and goes, this curry distracting you. I hated Star Wars, but I don't care. Space Cowboys.
Oh, that's Firefly, Space Cowboys.
No, Firefly's amazing.
Yeah. There's cowboys in space. It's awesome.
Proper Space Cowboys.
Yeah.
Then you look at Star Wars, just like, fuck off.
Who
I think is still streaming at the moment.
What's that?
He's still streaming. It's okay.
Who is?
Bomberman. Oh, Bomberman. Someone mentioned it in the chat. Bomberman was an amazing game, and I wish it would make a comeback.
I think someone might be working on something Bomberman related. I might have heard that. Not sure.
Was it Bomberman or Mega Man?
Can I get a drink of water?
Maybe I am thinking of Mega Man. I'm not sure.
I don't know. There is a Mega Man gun, fist gun in Gungeon as well.
And a Samus one.
Oh yeah, there is, isn't there?
There's a Samus one, a Mega Man gun. Hell, I think there's even like a Warhammer 40k bolter in there.
My favorite gun, actually, now I've thought about it, because of how good it is, consistently good, is the Judge Dredd Hotshot, sorry. The gun is
what does it do again? I can't remember.
okay, so it fires about 7 or 8 shots, and the final shot will be either an explosive, a hot shot, so it will burn, or poison shot. It's predominantly either explosive or a fire.
Oh, nice.
It holds 400 rounds. It's very... I usually go with the armor, whatever he is.
Nice. Probably my favorite gun in the game was something called the Unicorn Horn.
The rainbow thing, oh my god.
The reason it's my favorite is because it hits all the enemies, and just for the hell of it, you can imagine like some unicorn you hate from fiction. Someone ripped the horn off of it and slapped it onto a gun.
Yeah, I remember that because I got it once. I bought it off the vampire lady, and it had me in stitches because it was so like it was just a good gun. It wasn't. It was just the rainbow stuff had me in stitches. But I got a picture on Twitter not long ago of this, which is the abyssal tentacle that I unlocked.
Oh yeah.
That's it in action. Yes, I have a very long purple tentacle. It is very long. And it also chokes them, and then it will move on to the next opponent and do the same to them.
Nice.
Yes. I was so happy when I unlocked that. But when you're running around with it in your hand, it spins on the spot. And I'm like, I don't understand why this massive throbbing like tentacle is just rotating all the time. It's very.
You think it's a joke on
grim.
A certain internet website?
Yeah. Yeah.
My ex showed me that website once. I've never forgiven her for it.
Yeah. Only make that mistake once. I quite enjoyed that. The tentacle for about 3 levels. Problem is, it takes a lot to kill one, so save it for a boss. I think I got against the Beholster on the second dungeon. Choked the fuck out of him in like a minute.
No, he's
Yeah. Motherfucker.
one thing I can't help but imagine would be if you got one of the Beholster's guns and you end up in the fight against him, and it's this duel between you and a bunch of eyeball things versus him and a bunch of eyeball things.
Yeah, his gun, can't you?
Yep, you
His
can.
gun's not bad. Last shot will be one of his own. Or is it a reload that does that? I can't remember. I know Shade's gun's pretty good. The first bullet twin, one with the sunglasses, his red gun's up for grabs as well. As he hands on that for a pistol. Yes. So this is why you should play it, Laura. It's good fun.
It sounds it.
God damn it, my thing froze.
Oh.
But don't worry, I'm back now.
Back.
It's terrible when your thing freezes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's quite cold and painful.
It's worse when your doodah freezes.
Mm.
It's a whatchamacallit thing. Yeah, that.
Trying to be ad friendly, her to her.
What's that?
What's my light? Oh.
What is this foreign thing of which you speak?
Hey, Laura, when are you streaming next?
I'm going to stream some. I'm going to start with Bayonetta and then swap to Pirates, I think, on Saturday.
I'm covering someone's work for the next from tomorrow, just over a week, in fact. So I'm not going to be making videos. I'm just going to be like watching streams or maybe hosting a couple. I don't think I'll be able to do too many, to be honest. Places to go to annoy people. Yours will be perfect.
Yeah, because Hackjob is asking. She asks all the time, when are you streaming? When are you streaming? You need to stream. You need to stream. So I do when this show hardly ever turns up.
Who's this?
Hackjob.
Me?
No, Hackjob.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did the same to Tim. She was like, demands he streams, and then doesn't turn up.
Didn't Tim make a video? I think he linked me and others to it on Twitter about Hackjob.
Oh yeah, he roasted her. Yeah.
You roasted her. I'm assuming the stream thing popped up in that.
No, I'm not sure.
You know what I'm going to do?
Taking the piss out of her being a shit artist and having no boobs. And it's quite funny. He's done fads as well, Fad Rihanna, and some Harlequin wifey. He's done 3 roasts so far. Quite funny.
I noticed that was quite amusing. Oh dear. There we go. Oh, what? Oh. Aha! Okay, so I just dropped a message on WhatsApp to Stoltz's girlfriend. Have him on stream.
Oh, that's her on the stream now. Harlequin's Happy Hour. That was the first one he roasted.
Her reply is, "Oh my lord! Oh God, no."
She's just lucky I'm rambling on about random shit instead of embarrassing her.
Save that for when I get her back on stream.
Believe me, I'm planning on
it. Why do you do this to me? Reply, for the lols.
Okay, now she just messaged me.
Oh my God.
Begging me
to my phone just corrected lols to lollipop. Come on.
Why?
Really?
I have autocorrect turned off. I'm like, don't tell me what I'm meant to say. Fuck off. Who do you think you are?
The worst times that happens is if I'm trying to talk and I'm using the function to get my voice to text, but then it misinterprets what I say completely. And I look at the text and I'm like, how the fuck did you get that from what I said? It's how. Like, I could say, like, I'm washing the dishes, and it could say, I'm watching the bitches or something.
It just makes it sound like you're watching dogs or something, but at the same time, that's not really what you said. Oh, I have successfully triggered your girlfriend. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. I'll be amused all evening now.
Hey, I will be too, while I'm chuckling and cuddling my pillow and going to sleep.
Speaking of her,
I'm on this Florida. actually. I should maybe just WhatsApp her and see if she's alright.
I was gonna say my birthday's coming up, and she's actually drawing something for me.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's awesome. I think she finished up the Charmander onesie pick I needed. 2 more little variations on the mugs I used. One with an irate bear picture with the words "I has Downs" on it, and the other being my old university mug.
Oh, gee, I think someone told me about the Downs one.
I'm holding on to. I've got a little notepad document of future expressions, but I'll need to save up so I can sort of pay her for it. Gestures and stuff as well. Just she's still triggered. That's good. I'm going to find a pole and sit in it for the next 1,000 years.
Oh, that's a long ass time.
I was once on a Skype call with this person, and decided for the next 10 minutes to tell me very embarrassing stories about his girlfriend, which to me was the most fun I'd had in years. Mothers are the best, especially when it comes to embarrassing.
I'm not sure it's as bad as one time me and her were on a call, and she convinced my mom to hit me with a fly swatter.
Why?
Why not?
I was making fun of her, and apparently she wanted retribution.
Regular fly swatter, or the one I use, which is an electrified tennis racket.
Regular fly swatter.
The electric one would have been far worse. I've had that.
But far funnier also. Next time, tell her to use the electric one.
When I use the electric one, right, I'm a bit of a sadist. I keep my finger on the electric when the bee is still there cooking.
It's not even cause unnecessary cruelty.
It's not. It for the next adventure when the dog sees it on the floor and thinks to itself, protein. Personally, I've been hit with it a few times on the fingers, which fucking hell, if it hits the tip of your finger, wow. But I also lost a bet and had to do it on my tongue, and that was quite the experience.
Did you lick the thing on a dare? Did it hit you, or what the hell?
No, you had to put your finger.
Sounds like you licked it on a dare.
Tongue on the electrified. There are like 3 layers. So there's the initial mesh on both sides, then there's an electrified bit in the middle. And I lost a bet and had to put my tongue on the electrified bit.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Not the words I used when I got zapped. I believe every profanity left my mouth. Prior to my tongue was momentarily paralyzed.
Did you? This is kind of Dorkish related. The thing where something about Mario is not going to be a plumber anymore.
Is Mario going to be gender fluid and going to be something that encourages girls into STEM? So he's actually.
Is he racist to Italians?
I've just seen people talking about it, and I'm not too sure the ins and outs of it. But yeah, he's not going to be a plumber. I don't know why.
Mario then. Are they making another movie, TV show, or game?
That's it. That's all I know. Like I just saw.
Oh right.
So maybe
I don't really follow Mario.
It was the game Mario, like in the picture of the little headliney thing.
Right.
But I didn't delve any further into it. And then I seen some people talking about it
when I was a bit younger, but it's not really evolved past the whole shit.
I used to play it on like the original Game Boy, but it never really gripped me, especially nowadays.
The original Game Boy stuff was awesome. Well, the Mario Kart's good fun. I'll give it that.
And Smash Brothers is okay on occasion. I don't own a copy, but I played it.
Is that the one where you fight on platforms and you can be like Kirby or Jigglypuff, Pikachu, and everyone else?
Yep.
I hated Jigglypuff, but I loved playing as Pikachu.
He's my favorite.
That was
I've got a lot
game.
of stuff Pikachu actually.
I don't. I do. If I look up, because I hung some shelves recently, I have a Snorlax and a Cyndaquil and a Pokeball.
I don't
Shelf.
have any Pokemon on my shelves, just a bunch of various glow-in-the-dark Eldritch abominations.
I've got an Orinoco as well.
I wouldn't mind an abomination, but I have a monthly subscription with this thing called My Geek Box, like Loot Crate, and in the post it was a stuffed rocket raccoon with a "We're the Guardians of the Galaxy" with some shitty talking box that it's sitting on my shelf because it was suggested I give it to like my niece or something for a birthday, and I'm like, money saved. So I have that. One of my friends in Canada sent me a Mr. Pickles plushie. She won in the claw machine. Cool with a pair of geeky glasses on. Could be a hipster though, I never know. Yeah. I have no life. I need one.
You know, Omegon, if I ever see those on the market again, I'll have to send you a set of the things I got.
What's that? Oh, the abominations.
Yes, they're actually pieces from that game I told you about on Skype, but they had a separate thing from a previous campaign they had where they sent a bunch of glow-in-the-dark versions of all the great old ones. That's what I got on my shelves.
That is cool. By the way, when you said glow-in-the-dark, the first thing that came to my head was, please don't say he has glow-in-the-dark ponies. Please say he doesn't have glow-in-the-dark ponies.
Oh, I'm not that bad. Shut it.
I in my head, that's what I was like. I was like, "Me fucking Applejack."
Oh please, my sisters haven't screwed me over that much.
Aye, was it glowworms? They're called
glowworms.
Yeah, those kids' TV show Glowworms, and I had a little glowworm that glowed in the dark. Cool.
Oh God, we used to have those all over my house when I was a little kid. My sisters loved those too.
Never had anything like that as a kid. I had Action Man and Thundercats and other such things. Mighty Max.
I had Ninja Turtles. Like I like playing with Ninja. I had Barbies and Ninja Turtles.
We had the previous mentioned stuff and some Power Ranger stuff, which I broke the ladder because I played with them too hard. Don't ask.
And G.I. Joes, but we used to take the G.I. Joes apart and I reassemble them with like this one's head and that one's legs. Yeah.
I used to. I mean, I was never the kid that liked to break his toys, but I did always want to break the arm of one of my action men, just to make him look like he actually had seen action.
Because the G.I. Joes were jointed with little hoops and elastic bands, so you could take them apart and put them back together quite easily. It was just technical.
Really cool Thundercat miniature, the blue guy, the massive muscular blue character. The figurine of that was pretty cool, but the body of it off like in half, so I had to keep on putting it back together. But it was such a cool miniature.
I think I had She-Ra on the horse.
Over again.
Yeah, I had She-Ra on the horse. I had She-Ra on the horse. We put He-Man and Battle Cat.
I remember a lot of kids when I was in school and in middle school being like, I can wank to Chitara, like you, and I'm like, you have problems.
Jesus Christ.
This is back in the day when people would barter, and as a form of currency, page 3 of a newspaper. For those not British, that's where all the topless people are. The boobies are exposed on page 3 of the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
And people would exchange it for things like chocolate.
So they had their little underground deals going on.
Yeah.
Black market in my middle school. Tits for chocolate.
That's amazing.
I made an absolute mint. Okay, I had so many kickbacks. I was set. I got in on this when I realized I'm like, my parents get the magazines and the newspapers. Boobies.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was good to be a kid in 1996. It's out more. Oh dear.
It's good to do fun things like that, though. I miss
Sorry?
those simple times.
Yeah, I miss them too. Now if you say, oh, I've got tits on a piece of paper for you, they're like,
Fuck off, weirdo.
If someone were to say that to me, I'd be like, yeah, okay, let me see them, and then I'll see if I want to.
show me their worth. I'll only eat pasta when I'm nesting a semi. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, what am I doing? Yes.
Got the internet
Oh,
now.
I did. Sorry.
I said we've got the internet now. Instant access to tits.
Yeah, the porns is everywhere.
Yeah.
Tits, even when you don't want them.
Yeah, I whenever I've done a video related to Islam, on the ad on the side of the video has always been a Muslim dating site or app. So I go on to them and have a look. Holy fuck, they actually are real.
I would assume
Like,
a Muslim Girls Gone Wild would just be girls showing their ankles.
That's naughty. No. Muslim girl gone wild is when they take off their hijab. It's rebellious.
Oof.
Ooh.
Party animal. I remember not so long ago there was a video of a girl, Muslim girl, twerking in her sentient bin liner, and there was a big furore about this.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Oh, it's so she's not being modest. She's not behaving modestly. But she's still wearing her bin liner.
How would you even be able to
shaking
tell?
her ass? I couldn't tell if her bottom was in fact shaking. I couldn't tell because of the
it's like,
sentient bin liner.
How could you tell? I'd look over at that and be like, is she bending over to take a shit? What the hell?
Possibly. I mean, also she could have been bending over to pick up the rest of her stomach. It just, you can't tell. So, are you breaking more shit, Laura?
I just punched the table.
Why'd you punch the table, though?
Not on purpose. I lifted my hand up and misjudged the edge of the table. It was just like a light rap. It wasn't really a punch. It didn't hurt.
I was going to say, a little fierce about Muslim twerking. Jesus.
Damn, you doing it out of jealousy? I bet Laura's thinking to herself, make my ass better in a bin bag.
I grew up in the Caribbean. I can twerk just fine.
Right.
Except we call it grinding.
Click grinding.
Or winding.
Still, the video's right. Okay, so
like, what?
I see.
I guess this is nothing new.
I see these whenever I see, this is why I don't quite get twerking. So I see these videos of these girls putting their hands on their legs and they're shaking their bottoms, and I'm thinking to myself, this is not a dance move. What are you trying to accomplish? I don't get it.
It's the hood mating call.
The mating call is this. That's the sound of their bottom clapping.
I made the mistake of we'd been out for a few drinks and made the mistake of going down into the nightclubby section of the pub. I don't know why, and it was just full of like young'uns, and there was just loads of lasses on the dance floor, just like dropping to the down into the hunkers on the ground, opening the legs, shutting them again, and standing back up. And I was like, what are they doing? And I can't remember what this new dance move was called. But
The retard.
it just looked ridiculous. All of them, just like fucking bouncing idiots. I was like, please let me out of here now.
Yeah, a clear sign that you're too old when the dancing makes no sense. The bottom clapping doesn't work for me. I don't get it. Then again, I got easily confused when I was a kid by dance moves from those shitty pop bands we had to put up with. Steps
God,
or,
I can still remember my sisters being into like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all that shit.
Oh yeah, my sister was too. My older sister was into Backstreet Boys. Her side of her bedroom was just plastered with posters and photos of them.
They would have like some videotape of NSYNC. I don't remember where the hell they got it from, but they would always throw it into the VCR every once in a while. And I'd have to wait to get to the TV. I had to suffer through that shit.
Yeah, whenever Top of the Pops came on or any music channel with that crap on came on, I would leave the room. Do achieve far better things.
The best use of the Backstreet Boys I've ever seen was at the end of that film. Was it This Is the End? Oh, that comedy where everybody gets ascended and they're all left.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that one.
That's a good film. I like that.
That was hilarious.
I was gonna say, Omegon, I was much the same way. It didn't matter if it was my dad and he had on MASH or my sisters and they had on some other girly crap. I left the room.
Yeah, MASH I was okay with. I liked MASH. The TV show MASH.
Yeah, I know my dad loved. I know my dad loved the living heck out of it. I just never got into it.
Okay. Alan Alda, when he took over the show, running and writing and stuff, tell when he'd written an episode because his character would be funny half the time, and then the other half the time it'd be really sad and trying to pass off a deep, profound message. Kind of killed it a bit, but it was still a good show. Anyway, I don't care about anyone else. I liked it.
As long as it
there was no shitty weird dancing hitting on Margaret Houlihan.
Yeah, all those names just go right over my head.
Heart's Lips Houlihan or Margaret Houlihan, Major Margaret Houlihan. She was the main female character in the show. Yeah. A lot of effort was made into making her appear hot. The show was around, but no. Right. Those guys in Korea in the MASH unit, set in the era they're set in, eat with their bum. It's not going to work. You can't fit. You couldn't fit one of those cancer tumor-riddled bottoms into one of the uniforms. Probably, actually, that's probably where the sagging of pants came from. Because people couldn't get their bottoms into their trousers. I just don't know. I don't know what to say. You realise with bottoms this big that when they get old, because they're that big, they're going to get flat, massive flat bottom.
It's not as tragic as what happens to big front.
Oh.
And I meant that on women. Like if they had a big breast and all of a sudden they get old and they sink.
Yeah.
I remember
when I'm older, I'll be grateful for small boobs.
I can remember a joke from a show I used to collect called In Living Color where the old guy was looking at someone else. He was like, if your breasts drop any lower, they're going to be knees. Shit was hilarious.
I will never forget. I was at my ex's house one day, sitting with his parents, and his mum had tried a couple of times to get him out of her seat, and his dad just turned around and went, "What's the matter? how you stood on your tit. I nearly died.
Oh dear.
Oh.
You should have stayed with your ex just for more comedy gold like that.
That was hilarious.
I bet his mum was a nightmare though.
She was all right, but just
Like you, did she?
motherly. No, we got on really, but so they just lived too close.
Fair enough.
Oh
I have no witty response for that.
dear.
Despite the amount of girls I've dated, I've only met the parents of like 2. And that was Gabby's mom and my ex's mom.
Right. See, I'm lucky. I've never had to meet any of them. I've just pissed them all off.
Oh dear.
The voice. There's an air of superiority in it, apparently.
Oh.
An arrogance I'm not too familiar with. Have you managed to get Gabby's mum to tell embarrassing stories yet?
Not necessarily, but her and I have just talked about random things. I haven't gotten any juicy stories yet. Emphasis on yet.
I know for a fact she's going to watch this stream later when she gets the internet. So yeah, definitely do it.
Oh, Omegon. I just remembered something. You want to know something ironic about her mom that I just learned a couple days ago that I didn't expect? She is into Game of Thrones. Her ultra-conservative mom is into Game of Thrones.
That show is filled with so much debauchery.
Yep.
And
I'm not huge on the show, but I've watched enough of it to know that it's pretty over sexualized, and that is quite amusing.
Yeah, I remember when I was at work, Christina texted me about it, and she's like, Brandon, and I'm like, what? She's like, my mom's into Game of Thrones, and I'm like, you serious? What?
I can imagine like if
you go ahead.
No, please.
I was going to say, I was texting her about it, and I'm like, okay, so she knows about all the incest, the rape, the violence, the blood, the gore, the blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, she says it enhances the story. And I'm like, okay. I was just kind of at a loss. And she likes Tyrion the best.
Of course. He's awesome.
I don't think I could have ever gotten my mother to watch the show. I don't think she would. No, it's just too much.
Ironic thing. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Okay, right. So my very favorite scene, well, the way my housemate when I was at uni, when it first started, he said to me, "Do you want to watch a show that has an incestuous brother and sister in it?" I'm like, so I run into his room and I'm like, "What's this? It's called Game of Thrones. Tell me more. Look at those two. When they were casting, do you think they cast Daenerys and her brother to look like they actually were incestuous? Like, wow." A scene where Daenerys' brother gets a crown put on him of molten gold. Yeah, that was amazing.
A fitting end for a whiny little bitch.
Yeah, he was.
It happened to all the whiny bitches in that show. Like that, Joffrey.
Oh, he was a little fun.
Fucking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a testament, I suppose, to him as a
character.
An actor and a character that actually so many people you genuinely detested him.
Because
you
of how much
the books as well. Like when you read the books, I detested him as well, and I thought he did really well to carry that over.
I'm only just starting the books, and it's going to be hard to imagine the characters as any other way other than how they were on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did, I have to say, I did read all the books, and they have done, whoever cast that did very, very well, or they all researched the characters well, because I think that they did really well with the casting on them all, to be fair.
There are a few actors over the years who heavily invest themselves into the shows they're in. Jeremy Irons, I think it is. When he was cast in the Borgia, he
That was
pulled out as
awesome,
many
that.
texts. But he went to extreme lengths to understand the character he was portraying. It was awesome because I think it helped, and I still maintain it needs one more series.
One thing I will mention that I was surprised to learn, you know the gentleman Charles Dance who plays Tywin?
Yeah.
That guy was apparently once in a movie where he was the villain of these like young, hip-looking dudes. I don't remember what the movie's name was, but at the end he would be beaten and they forced him to wear a miniskirt.
Oh.
Now that's a thing.
I found that out once when I was watching a list of some kind, and I will never forget the guy I first knew was Tywin Lannister being forced to wear a stripper outfit.
There are a few characters who've managed to branch out, which is good. The one who plays fuck it, what's her name? She married Joffrey, didn't she? The ginger. She was like Jean Grey in one of those not Star Wars, X-Men movies.
Sophie
the real
Turner?
version.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got Finn Jones, of course, as the Iron Fist. Most well known, I'd say, actually, of all of them. In hindsight.
And then
I know Kit Harington said he wanted to take time away, and I'm like, no one cares.
and I know
Tyrion,
I was going to say that Tyrion, who was played by Peter Dinklage, he's been finding work all over the place. Everything from like little independent movies to even a part in the X-Men.
Oh yeah, he was.
He's really good.
Oh god, he played the robot, the creator of the massive robot Sentinels.
Yep.
Yes, I quite enjoyed that actually because what really irks me is that at the end of the Wolverine, he gets on the plane. There's a case. Now in the extended version, you see he opens it, and there is the yellow Wolverine costume in the case. Everyone wanted to see Hugh Jackman wear once. Cool in Days of Future Past, even if it was just for one scene, he turned up in that costume. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
One time in that costume. Oh, missed opportunity. Then again, they did change the future, I guess.
The whole Peter Dinklage thing reminds us that some friends of mine had gone down to London, and there was loads of people getting their photos taken with this dwarf, and one of the lasses was like, "Yeah, that's disgusting. Look at them. Just because he's different, want to take the pictures with him." And my friend was like, "No, I'm pretty sure he's famous, and that's why. Like, I'm sure I've seen him. I'm sure he's famous. No, it's just because he's a dwarf. That's it. Disgusting. It's not right." It turned out it was Peter Dinklage. So she was like, "I told you, he's famous."
There's something slightly grim that he did with Leslie Jones, where they're both completely naked.
Oh.
Look at that thing. A gigantic black woman and a teeny tiny white guy. Naked.
Trying to wrap my head around who is Leslie Jones one more time?
Ghostbusters. Someone who got Milo kicked off Twitter.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'll be having conniptions from this.
I have no interest in watching the new Ghostbusters.
I've seen it. I've watched it. it's basically everything stolen from the old films, rely too heavily on nostalgia and shit.
Like, I'll watch it if it comes on Netflix, kind of thing. But
it helps I've never been a fan of the original movies, but the director made enough of an ass out of himself where I'm like, yep, I'm not touching this.
Yeah, Paul Feige does that. I kind of hoped that they would have gone with with the Ghostbusters 3 they'd originally intended to make, but they made such a big deal of it being girls, all women. Killed the boner anyone had for it.
And then they went on to kill boners all over the nation.
Yeah. I talked about things like justice and equality, and I'm like, the first thing I noticed was Melissa McCarthy was earning a lot more than her co-stars for doing the same job. There's a pay gap in your own movie, bitches.
mm-hmm.
You best check your privilege, bitches.
Right? Melissa McCarthy's not even that funny. I watched her in Mike and Molly, and she is a little funny, but not so funny that I would $15 million. Yeah.
If you're talking about the actor, I think you're talking about the only movie of hers I seen was Bridesmaids. That was it.
Yeah, that's her.
I've never seen that either.
A TV
It
show
is
called
funny.
Mike and Molly with Chuck Lorre, who ran the show. And it was funny because the back and forth between her and whoever played Mike, I don't know, big fat guy, was pretty good because of them. Yes. Right.
No.
Fuck Ghostbusters. I love it. There was a thing, right? If you bought the game, you got a free copy of the DVD, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
How desperate are you to shift this?
You're talking the Ghostbusters game, right?
I think so, yeah.
There was a game?
Yeah.
Good thing movie games are usually shit. So I know to avoid them.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yep. Never touching. Fuck off, all of them.
Even if it was free.
Honestly, even if it was, it's like okay, so if people on Apple everyone uses it, they'll remember U2 released a brand new album for free, had it sent to their iTunes library. A lot of people didn't want it, and they couldn't get it off their system no matter how hard they tried. It was like a fucking virus. Yeah, nobody wanted Ghostbusters either. Still got infected.
When you
It's like
show
that
something
one
so
kid.
hard, you force it on people who don't want it.
Yeah. Cancer.
Here, take this. You'll love it. Oh, no, I don't want it. Take it, bitch.
Yeah. Have that.
They just seem to just be remakes after remakes. It's
Well, they've run
like,
out of ideas, really, haven't they?
yeah. It's not many
Probably-
original films.
Probably the only remake recently that I've heard any good things about has been It.
Oh, the posters. I've seen all of those around town recently. I'm actually looking
Not
forward to
happening.
seeing.
Nope. Nope. All kinds of nope.
I've seen some of the pictures for that. The clown. Oh my god, the clown.
I thought they did Pennywise pretty well. He seems a lot creepier than the one in the original miniseries.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see this.
See, that film that didn't make us scared of clowns. Like, I'm not scared of clowns at all. But it did make us scared of gurgling bath plugs for a while.
I remember the first time I saw Jaws, and I was like a kid. I was scared to get in baths for a while. I was like, "Oh, shark's gonna get in the water and kill me." But as I've grown up, I just don't give a fuck. The clown looks fantastic, though.
Yeah, he does look pretty damn good. Not to mention they just get his hair wet and he's coming out of the water and he's like all and he's like moving all rapid and shit. That shit's creepy.
Yeah. This is where a lot of the more modern horror films go wrong. List of techniques and really put
They
some
rely
time
on-
into this. Sorry?
I was just gonna say a lot of modern horror movies seem, or maybe it's just movies in general, rely a lot on CGI rather than practical effects.
Yeah. I think that's actually sort of hampers the film's potential.
Because
I'm
if you
looking
go
forward
for
to
the
it.
practical, yeah, I'm actually tempted to watch it, even though I've never watched the miniseries fully. Although I've seen plenty of clips of it.
Mm. It all on YouTube anyway.
Yeah,
I definitely want to see this. So if I can, I will.
I want the new season of Westworld.
I have no idea what that is.
basically, isn't it like a Western in a almost a simulation type thing run by a big corporation?
Yeah, that's really good. Really good. It's one of the few series that I've watched where several times I've gone, well, I didn't see that coming.
It sounds like trippy shit.
It's very cleverly written. Very, very cleverly written. Anthony Hopkins plays an amazing part.
Is he in that show?
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins, you got some good shit there.
Yeah, he's quite a busy actor considering his age.
There was a film ages ago with Yul Brynner, and it's kind of based on that. It may have been a book even before then. I'm not sure.
I am thinking it was a book. Here, I can go look it up real quick.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I just know because my mom loved Yul Brynner, so we used to watch all of his films. I don't know how many times I've seen The King and I.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I think he was in with Dirty Dozen, the original one. Not the Magnificent Seven, the original Magnificent Seven.
The original.
A tall, bald-headed dude.
Better. Right.
I'm really showing my age now.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'll save your blushes because I'm getting very sleepy, so I'm going to end the stream.
Alrighty.